The most beautiful royal jewellery. Chrysolite tiara made of gold and silver with diamonds, and chrysolites of teardrop, round, oval, and pentagonal cut. It was made for Princess Elizabeth of Hesse and the Rhine, the early deceased daughter of Grand Duke Ernst Ludwig I and his first wife, Princess Victoria of Great Britain. Princess Diana remains one of the most extraordinary symbols of elegance and grace the world has ever known. Decades later, her iconic looks feel timeless, as if frozen in a perfect moment of beauty. Every public appearance of the Princess of Wales was carefully examined by fashion critics, and Diana always amazed by combining modern couture with centuries-old royal jewels. Among the priceless treasures of the British royal collection, she had clear favourites: magnificent Brazilian aquamarines. One of her most unforgettable appearances took place at the Cannes Film Festival in 1987. Walking the red carpet in a flowing pale blue gown, Diana looked like a vision of refined luxury. The colour of the dress echoed the shimmering aquamarine earrings and diamond details, creating a harmony reminiscent of sea foam under moonlight. The earrings, shaped like delicate flowers with pear-cut aquamarine drops framed in diamonds, gave her the presence of a true film goddess. On her wrist sparkled a diamond bracelet set with large aquamarines, completing the dreamlike composition. The gown, designed by her beloved couturier Catherine Walker, was subtly inspired by Grace Kelly's image in To Catch a Thief, linking Diana's look to the romance of the French Riviera. Years later, the dress was sold at Christie's and eventually became part of the Chilean Fashion Museum collection. Perhaps Diana's most famous aquamarine jewel was her striking cocktail ring, crafted by Aspreys around a 30-carat stone gifted by a close friend. Today, the ring lives on through her son Prince Harry's wife, Meghan Markle, who honoured Diana by wearing it at her wedding reception, a glowing tribute to the princess whose style still captivates the world. Before you sigh and say, "Not another story about the coronation of Charles III and Camilla," let me agree with you completely. Yet the event of the year revealed so many extraordinary jewels that it would be a crime to ignore them. And today our attention belongs not to the British royal family, but to the breathtaking diamond swan brooch of Queen Anne-Marie of Greece. The widowed queen attended the coronation accompanied by her son Crown Prince Pavlos and his wife Princess Marie Chantal. She wore an elegant blue gown by Greek designer Celia Crithariote, perfectly matched with a hat in the same shade and classic white gloves. But it was not the dress that captured every gaze. Against the deep blue fabric shimmered a spectacular diamond brooch in the shape of a swan, luminous, poetic, unforgettable. The brooch was a deeply personal gift. In 1967, to celebrate the birth of their son Pavlos, King Constantine II presented Anne-Marie with this dazzling jewel. Although its creator remains officially unconfirmed, many experts believe the masterpiece came from the legendary house of Van Cleef and Arpels. Through years of exile in Rome and later in Britain, the Queen preserved this sentimental treasure, wearing it at family celebrations and major royal events across Europe. The diamond swan sparkled at Prince Pavlos's wedding in London in 1995, at the wedding festivities of Sweden's Crown Princess Victoria in 2010, and shone brilliantly at Queen Margrethe II's Ruby Jubilee in 2012, where Anne-Marie boldly wore it not on her shoulder but at the waist of her gown. Most recently, the swan returned to the world stage at the coronation in Westminster Abbey. There is little doubt this extraordinary heirloom will continue its luminous journey through royal history for many years to come. The extraordinary wedding jewels of Albanian actress Ilia and Crown Prince Lika II. Royal wedding jewels often amaze with their beauty and luxury, yet some creations go even further. They fascinate through bold originality and powerful symbolism. Such was the unforgettable bridal look of Albanian actress Ilia Zaharia on her wedding day. On October 8, 2016, the long-awaited ceremony took place at the Royal Palace in Tirana. Albania had not had a reigning monarch since World War II, making the event deeply meaningful. Crown Prince Leka Anwar II married one of the country's most beloved actresses, and for the occasion, Elia wore a unique family tiara steeped in national history. At the heart of this diamond and sapphire masterpiece lies a striking and unexpected detail: a miniature goat's head carved in diamonds. This is no random ornament. The goat is one of Albania's most powerful national symbols, inspired by the helmet of the legendary hero Gjergj Kastrioti Skanderbeg, whose armor was crowned with a dramatic horned goat's head. The goat also appears on Albania's royal coat of arms, representing sovereignty and identity. Though unusual in the language of fine jewelry, such motifs preserve the memory of a nation's past and carry its legacy into the future. Elia's tiara once belonged to Queen Susan, Leka's late mother. While the matching sapphire and diamond earrings from the set were no longer available, the bride chose simple stud earrings, allowing the historic tiara to remain the unquestioned centerpiece. With grace and confidence, Elia Zaharia transformed an ancient symbol into a modern statement, honoring Albania's heritage on the most important day of her life. A necklace with gold inlay and a scarab pendant. Egypt, New Kingdom, 18th dynasty, circa 1332 to 1323 BC. Gold, carnelian, lapis lazuli, turquoise, feldspar. Dimensions: belt length 50 centimeters, bib width 11.8 centimeters. From the tomb of Tutankhamun, KV 62, in the Valley of the Kings, Western Thebes. Now in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, Egypt. In the center is a large lapis lazuli scarab, flanked by two uraeus, or rearing cobras. A scarab standing on a solar boat pushes a carnelian disc, which represents the rising sun, and on its sides are symbols of stability, long life, and beauty. Grand Duchess Maria Theresa's favorite jewel, the magnificent Chaumet tiara necklace. Every woman has a favorite piece of jewelry, and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg is no exception. Of course, in her case, that favorite is not a modest trinket, but a masterpiece of high jewelry, the extraordinary tiara necklace by Chaumet. The true magic of this jewel lies in its versatility. Its elegant diamond lattice is crowned with pearls to form a breathtaking tiara, yet the diamond section can be removed and worn separately as a necklace. One creation, two royal identities. The tiara choker first gained iconic status in the early 1980s, when the young Maria Theresa wore it for her official portrait after marrying the future Grand Duke Henri in 1981. In the years that followed, it became her trusted companion at the most glittering royal occasions, from the Jubilee of Norway's King Olav V to the coming-of-age celebration of Princess Märtha Louise. By the time Grand Duke Henri ascended the throne in 2000, the Chaumet jewel had already become her signature. It accompanied her to Crown Prince Haakon's wedding in 2001, the Danish royal visit in 2003, and Crown Prince Frederic's wedding gala in 2004. Sometimes worn in a reduced version, sometimes in its full majestic form, Maria Theresa continued to showcase its brilliance. At the birthday banquet of King Carl XVI Gustaf in 2006, during a state visit to Italy in 2009, and even at the Nobel Prize Royal Dinner in 2011. When her eldest son, Prince Guillaume, married in 2012, the Grand Duchess once again chose her beloved Chaumet creation, a jewel that seems to carry not only diamonds and pearls, but also decades of royal history and personal emotion. And there is little doubt the world will admire this masterpiece for many years to come. The splendid Luxembourg aquamarine tiara of Archduchess Maria Astrid. This year, Archduchess Maria Astrid of Austria celebrated her 70th birthday. a remarkable milestone and the perfect moment to admire one of the most enchanting treasures in her family's collection, the legendary Luxembourg aquamarine tiara. This luminous tiara forms part of a magnificent aquamarine parure that also includes a necklace, earrings, and several bracelets. While its exact origins remain uncertain, historians believe the set was most likely presented in 1953 to Princess Josephine Charlotte of Belgium on the occasion of her marriage to Grand Duke Jean of Luxembourg. Josephine Charlotte wore the shimmering aquamarines on countless historic occasions, during official visits in 1959, at the wedding of Spain's Juan Carlos and Greece's Princess Sofia in 1962, and throughout the glamorous 1970s, often styling the bracelet as a refined bandeau tiara. In 1976, the jewels found a new muse when Maria Astrid herself appeared wearing the aquamarine tiara at a state banquet in the Grand Ducal Palace. In the glow of the pale blue stones, she looked utterly radiant. Over the decades, the tiara continued its journey across generations. Worn by Grand Duchess Maria Theresa in 1983 and 1992, by Princess Sibilla in 1995, by Princess Tessie in 2016, and by Princess Margaretha of Liechtenstein at Prince Guillaume's wedding in 2012. Even in recent years, its brilliance has never faded. From New Year receptions in 2023 and 2024, where Grand Duchess Stephanie and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa both shone beneath its aquamarine glow. There is no doubt this royal masterpiece will continue to sparkle through history for generations to come. The refined brilliance of the diamond tiara of Luxembourg. This year, Princess Alexandra of Luxembourg celebrated her birthday, the perfect occasion to revisit one of the most breathtaking treasures in the Grand Ducal collection, the legendary Chaumet tiara necklace. For many years, the origins of this extraordinary jewel remained a mystery. According to the House of Chaumet, the tiara was acquired by a Duke of Luxembourg at public auction, though when and where remains unknown. By the 1980s, the jewel had firmly established itself in the family's treasury and quickly became a favourite among the royal ladies. Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte favoured the complete version adorned with pearl toppers, while Princess Margaretha preferred the pure diamond form, wearing it famously at her pre-wedding gala in 1982. In 2000, the jewel passed to Grand Duchess Maria Theresa, who transformed it into one of her signature pieces. She often paired it with dramatic pearl drops and Princess Ingeborg's iconic fleur-de-lis brooch, creating an image of timeless elegance. The tiara reached new heights of splendor at the 2012 gala, celebrating the upcoming wedding of hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume. In the following years, it continued to shine, worn by hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie in the Netherlands in 2018, and most memorably by Princess Alexandra, who has become its modern muse. Alexandra first appeared in the all-diamond version in 2016, later wearing the pearl frame design in Tokyo in 2017, and finally choosing the tiara as her bridal diadem in April 2023. On her wedding day, she looked truly radiant, a perfect union of heritage, beauty, and modern royal grace. A dazzling legacy, the magnificent diamond necklace of Countess Mountbatten. On February 14, 2024, the world marked the centenary of Patricia Knatchbull, second Countess Mountbatten of Burma, a woman whose life combined royal connections, refined taste, and one of the most impressive private jewelry collections of the 20th century. Among her treasures, one jewel stands out with almost mythical radiance: her extraordinary two-row diamond necklace. The necklace is a masterpiece of light, two shimmering strands of diamonds joined by intricate decorative elements that seem to float against the skin. Its creator remains unknown, as does the exact moment it entered Patricia's collection. Yet its striking resemblance to the diamond necklace of her sister, Lady Pamela, suggests both were loving gifts from their parents, the Earl and Countess Mountbatten. Patricia, already Lady Brabourne after her 1946 marriage, wore the necklace for one of the most glamorous events of the era, the legendary Royal Film Gala for West Side Story in 1962. In the 1960s, she was also photographed wearing it with the iconic Mountbatten star tiara, a jewel whose origins trace back to Queen Victoria's 1884 gift of diamond and pearl stars to her granddaughter, Princess Victoria of Hesse. Decades later, the necklace re-emerged on Lady Romsey, Patricia's daughter-in-law, once again paired with the star tiara. A breathtaking echo of family history. When many of Countess Mountbatten's jewels were sold at Sotheby's in 2021, this necklace was not among them. Thankfully, its story is not over. One day, it may yet return to the light, perhaps on the present Countess Mountbatten, continuing its luminous journey through time. The remarkable story of Queen Marie-Henriette's pearl and diamond tiara. Some royal figures of the past were just as bold and unconventional as today's celebrities. A perfect example is Princess Clementine of Belgium, daughter of King Leopold II and Queen Marie-Henriette, whose secret romance with Prince Napoleon Victor Bonaparte eventually led to marriage. Yet beyond her dramatic love story lies an even more fascinating legacy: her magnificent pearl and diamond tiara. This exquisite jewel features a lattice of diamond shapes crowned with large glowing pearls, topped by a row of dramatic pear-shaped pearls that seem to float in light. Historians believe the tiara was a wedding gift to Archduchess Marie-Henriette when she married the future King Leopold II in 1853. She wore it proudly for official portraits throughout the 1860s, 70s and 80s before retreating from public life. When Marie-Henriette died in 1902, a bitter inheritance dispute followed. Although she wished certain jewels to become crown property, King Leopold opposed her will. After a court battle, her daughters reclaimed their mother's treasures, and Princess Clementine inherited the spectacular tiara. Clementine chose it for her own wedding to Prince Napoleon in Moncalieri and continued to wear it at major European ceremonies, including the weddings of Belgium's Crown Prince Leopold in 1926 and Italy's Crown Prince Umberto in 1930. For decades, the tiara shone across royal courts. Then, quietly, it vanished. It was likely sold, for no later Princess Napoleon ever appeared wearing it. Thus ended the public journey of one of Europe's most enchanting royal jewels, a masterpiece now lost to history but never to legend. The fiery beauty of Princess Sibilla's ruby necklace. The royal jewel collection of Luxembourg is surprisingly modest when it comes to rubies. One might wonder why. Did Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte dislike the passionate red of the gemstone? Or did she find its symbolism of power and desire too bold for her elegant restraint? The truth, however, is far simpler. On her wedding day, Josephine Charlotte received a spectacular ruby set from her father, King Leopold III of Belgium. Earrings, a floral ruby and diamond brooch, and a 3-row bracelet of oval rubies separated by brilliant cut diamonds, crafted by Van Cleef and Arpels. She wore the jewels for decades, but in 2009, the historic set was quietly sold at Sotheby's in Switzerland, explaining the absence of rubies in today's Luxembourg treasury. Yet one magnificent ruby jewel remains in the family: the exquisite ruby and diamond necklace of Princess Sibilla of Luxembourg. The necklace forms a glowing garland of diamonds and rubies, with ruby drops suspended like flames among diamond flowers, flanked by 2 fantasy blossoms sparkling with light. Believed to be a wedding gift from Grand Duke Jean and Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte, when Sibilla married Prince Guillaume in 1994, the necklace made its debut the very evening of the wedding. In the years that followed, Sibilla often paired it with her Art Deco tiara, wearing the dazzling combination at royal weddings across Europe. From Norway's Crown Prince Haakon in 2001 to the Albanian royal wedding in 2016, even today, the fiery necklace remains one of Princess Sibilla's most treasured and frequently worn jewels, a radiant symbol of love, legacy, and enduring elegance. Pearls Remembering Diana, the story behind Lady Sarah McCorquodale's iconic necklace. In March, the Spencer family celebrated a remarkable milestone. Lady Sarah McCorquodale, eldest daughter of the 8th Earl Spencer, turned 70. Known for her elegance, sophistication, and innate aristocratic charm, Lady Sarah has always held a unique place within British high society. She maintained close ties with the royal family, forming a special friendship with King Charles III long before his marriage to Princess Diana, Lady Sarah's younger sister. In honor of her milestone birthday, it feels fitting to explore one of the family's most treasured heirlooms, her five-strand pearl necklace. The Spencers are a family rich in tradition, and one such tradition is gifting daughters pearl necklaces. Lady Sarah received a particularly exquisite piece, a five-strand creation adorned with a large clasp featuring white pearls and diamonds, complemented by a removable teardrop pendant. This necklace would go on to witness decades of family history and public ceremonies. Lady Sarah first brought the necklace to the public eye on July 29, 1981, at Princess Diana and Prince Charles's wedding at St. Paul's Cathedral. Draped around her neck, the pearls highlighted her refined taste while symbolizing the enduring bond between the Spencer and Windsor families. The necklace was more than an accessory. It was a bridge linking two generations and two illustrious families. Over the years, Lady Sarah continued to wear the necklace at significant events. In 1985, during her brother Viscount Althorp's 21st birthday celebration at the Spencer estate, she once again chose this iconic piece, demonstrating her love and devotion to her family. The necklace's moment of prominence reached a personal peak in 1989, when Lady Sarah wore it on her own wedding day as she married Viscount Althorp. That day, the necklace gleamed with new meaning, symbolizing continuity and the passing of family traditions. The necklace resurfaced in the public eye in 1992 during the memorial service for the 8th Earl Spencer, Lady Sarah's father, and then again in 2011, when she chose it for her nephew Prince William's wedding to Kate Middleton at Westminster Abbey. On that historic day, the pearls once more became a symbol of family legacy, linking the past to a new generation. Lady Sarah wore the necklace to numerous family celebrations in the following years, including the weddings of her daughters Emily and Celia McCorquodale and other close relatives. Each appearance reinforced the necklace's status as a cherished heirloom, carrying with it decades of family memories, love, and respect. But this necklace is more than an ornament. Pearls have a timeless magic, enhancing the natural beauty and elegance of the wearer. For Lady Sarah, her five-strand necklace became part of her signature style, reflecting her refined, noble character and deep reverence for family traditions. Every pearl carries a fragment of history, each glint capturing moments of joy and remembrance, from weddings to farewells. Watching Lady Sarah wear this necklace for decades, one cannot help but admire her dedication to family values and her ability to honor the past. The piece is a testament to the idea that true beauty lies not only in appearances, but in cherishing and preserving the legacies passed down through generations. Lady Sarah's pearl necklace is a story of love, respect, and continuity. It reminds us that the most precious treasures are not jewels or gold, but the bonds we share with family, the memories of our ancestors, and the traditions we uphold. As long as Lady Sarah wears this necklace, the spirit of the Spencer family lives on, inspiring future generations with elegance, grace, and unwavering devotion. A stunning lava parure from Mount Vesuvius, Queen Desideria's unique jewelry. Set throughout history, master jewelers have constantly experimented with materials, searching for ways to create pieces that are both beautiful and unique. During the Victorian era, one material that captured the imagination of artisans was lava. Its soft, workable texture made it ideal for carving intricate designs, particularly cameos, which often drew inspiration from ancient Greek mythology. Lava sourced from the slopes of Mount Vesuvius offered a range of colors, from muted whites and yellows to soft grays, though some were later dyed to achieve richer tones. While a single lava cameo was admired for its artistry and relative affordability, a full parure, a complete set of jewelry, was truly a statement of originality and luxury. And few parures could match the sheer extravagance of the one owned by Desideria Clary. Desideria was initially engaged to Napoleon Bonaparte and later became the wife of Napoleon's marshal, Jean-Baptiste Bernadotte, who ascended the Swedish and Norwegian thrones as King Charles XIV John. On August 21, 1829, she was officially crowned Queen of Sweden under the name Desideria. Her jewelry reflected her status, taste, and the artistic trends of her time. Her lava parure was nothing short of remarkable. It included a tiara, necklace, pair of earrings, a large corsage brooch, and 2 bracelets. Unfortunately, the name of the master jeweler who created this extraordinary set has been lost to history, though it is believed to have been crafted in France during the Napoleonic era. Interestingly, Queen Desideria herself was never portrayed wearing the lava parure in any official portrait. What happened to the parure after the Queen's death in 1860 remains partially mysterious. It may have passed to her granddaughter Queen Lovisa of Denmark, or to another descendant, Queen Sophia of Sweden. What is certain is that the set eventually ended up in the jewelry box of Princess Ingeborg of Sweden, daughter of Lovisa and daughter-in-law of Sophia. Princess Ingeborg gifted it to her eldest daughter, Princess Margareta of Sweden and Denmark. Unlike a comparable parure made of malachite and pearls, which was donated to the Nordic Museum in Stockholm, Margareta kept the lava parure privately. She rarely displayed it publicly, but generously lent it to royal relatives for significant events. Princess Anna of Denmark, her daughter-in-law, wore the set at several formal occasions in the 1960s. Another daughter-in-law, Countess Ruth von Rosenborg, showcased it at a concert celebrating Queen Margrethe II in 1967. In 1973, Princess Margareta passed the parure to her only granddaughter, Countess Desiree von Rosenborg, named after her illustrious ancestor. Countess Desiree wore the set at several events during the 1990s, and more recently, she stunned audiences wearing it to mark Queen Margrethe II's Golden Jubilee in Copenhagen. This lava parure is more than a collection of jewelry. It is a tangible connection to history, a legacy that links generations of European royalty. Each piece tells a story, not just of artistry, but of lineage, ceremony, and the subtle elegance of a queen whose taste transcended her era. The lava's muted, natural tones contrast with the glitter of gold, creating a visual harmony that feels timeless. It is a reminder that some treasures are valued not merely for their material worth, but for the stories and traditions they carry. Queen Desideria's parure remains a testament to creativity, heritage, and the enduring allure of truly exceptional craftsmanship. Passed down through centuries, it continues to capture imaginations, linking the present to a fascinating royal past, and showing us that the beauty of jewelry is not just in its shine, but in its history. Hürrem's ring, the mystery of a diamond. That survived centuries of sultanate drama among the treasures of the Ottoman Empire, few jewels held the romance and intrigue of the emerald ring, created under Sultan Suleiman's personal guidance. The centerpiece, a teardrop emerald framed by a halo of glittering diamonds, captivated all who saw it. Suleiman himself participated in its design, spending hours in his residence in Manisa, ensuring that every stone and every detail achieved perfect harmony. More than just decoration, the ring was intended as a symbol of his love, a tangible token of his deep affection. Yet this jewel became the centerpiece of a dramatic rivalry. Mahidevran and Hürrem, two prominent women of the Ottoman court, both sought to claim the ring as a reflection of Suleiman's devotion. Mahidevran, who had witnessed its creation, assumed it was meant for her. Each day she watched as the Sultan labored over the piece, anticipating the moment it would adorn her hand. But fate intervened. The ring was given to Hürrem, Suleiman's great love. For both women, the jewel represented more than wealth. It embodied the Sultan's heart. Mahidevran, tormented by jealousy, made repeated attempts to seize it, yet the ring always returned to its rightful owner. After Hürrem's passing, the ring's journey through the harem continued. Nurbanu Sultan seized it at the opportune moment, initiating its passage through the hands of the most influential women of the empire. From a symbol of romantic devotion, the jewel became a marker of power, a talisman exchanged between sultanas. Over the years, the teardrop emerald adorned various prominent women until finally reaching Turhan Sultan, the last known holder in this illustrious lineage of Ottoman rulers. A related story surrounds the famed Khashoggi diamond, currently displayed in Topkapi Palace. For centuries, it was mistakenly associated with Hürrem's ring. Larger than a chicken egg, the diamond rests under bulletproof glass atop a black velvet cushion. Its lower setting remains hidden, yet even the visible portion astounds visitors with its scale. Legends explain the diamond's path to the palace. One version recounts that in 1699, a poor man discovered a massive stone in the Erikapa dump, mistaking it for glass. He traded it to a spoon maker for 3 spoons, a deal that gave the gem its name, Khashoggi, or spoon diamond. Recognizing its rarity, the jeweler purchased it for 10 akçe, and after a dispute, the chief palace jeweler acquired it, bringing it to the attention of Sultan Mehmed IV. Another version claims it arrived in Istanbul in 1774, brought by French officer Pigot from India, later purchased by Napoleon's mother, and eventually bought by Ali Pasha Tepelena, whose fortune, including the diamond, became Ottoman property upon his execution. The modern fascination with this jewel has been shaped by popular culture. The creators of the series' Magnificent Century drew inspiration from the Khashoggi diamond, weaving it into the story of Suleiman and Hürrem. Even though the historical stone is far too massive to have been worn as a ring. On screen, the ring evolves, from delicate and romantic at first to more imposing and majestic in later episodes, reflecting Hürrem's growing influence at court. The show's popularity even inspired contemporary jewelers to craft replicas, allowing history enthusiasts to connect with this Ottoman legend. The name Khashoggi, meaning spoon maker, derives from the diamond's oval cut, reminiscent of a spoon. This charming detail adds yet another layer to a story already rich with romance, intrigue, and centuries of history. A testament to the enduring allure of Hürrem's ring and the dramatic lives it touched.